Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm PANCZASU, Mixpar, bringing you once again a videocast, and from what I see already, this is going to be a very long one, so make sure you've got some popcorn ready. I cannot judge the quality of this replay because it got only 2 ups, or from the other side it got only 20 downloads or something. From what people were saying, an entire amount of 2 of them, this is a very unusual replay, so that's what we are going to expect. And yeah, I can only pray for the best because it is really extraordinarily hard to find any replay that I could use from a proper patch. Okay, so let's get into it. We've got 2 players. The first one is Starlife. I'm going to call him I'm going to call him Live, so the red Terran is Live, and Fargo playing as blue Terran. So we are going to have a Terran mirror over here, and you know, this is kind of specific map because it has a very short air distance and an extraordinarily long land distance to harass. So that's mostly people will get some air units in this kind on this map. So as we can see, there are some really unusual beating placement for both players, because look at this, they are not walling in, and walling in is like the essence of what Terrans are. I mean, how could walling in hurt? I believe they will do this sooner or later. I mean, I kinda guess that this barracks, yeah, see that it is already pointing into the enemy's base, so it is probably going to be a Reaper harassment. Yes, no? Yes, no, oh, there's no money for it, no crystals yet, but is it going to be? Is it going to be? Yes, it is. So we are going to see some Reaper harassment from Fargo while he is upgrading to this orbiter command that he will soon have. And he's got only one supply depot. Wow, that is not a lot. How could he make that Reaper then? Okay, I guess he could somehow. And now, an important thing, Life does know, well, I kinda guess that he must know that there is indeed a Reaper coming out of the barracks, and he's probably already prepared for this. Yeah, he's got 1 marine, but it's not going to be enough because Reapers actually own marines in small numbers. But if there will be like, I don't know, 3-4 of them, this is going to be way more than enough. And what's the problem with this guy? He's now making a factory over here. Why couldn't he just wall in? Just because he can. I mean, it's always additional safety. What could hurt? Anyway, as you can see, both players are doing fairly equal in the economy, but as you can see, nah, they are actually equal. And right now what we are going to see is Fargo going in with his Reaper, trying to harass a very early 1 Reaper. And there we go, he's shooting. He killed 1 SCV, actually 2 because there was this scouting one. No, he killed 3. Anything else? 3 SCVs. Anybody gives more? Now Marines are going to scare him off. He's got a very little amount of health left, and he is going to try to out-micro them, but he cannot see them because of the cliff, and he's gonna die. Yeah, he did. So those jetpacks gave him no good whatsoever. The only advantage it gave is delaying the enemy economy by 3 SCVs, which is always something, right? I mean, how much is for Reaper? Well, it is kind of much, so I guess, well, but still, delaying the economy is very important, so I guess this was worth to try, and actually kind of successful, though both sides suffered more or less the equal amount of damage because of this attack. So as you can see, both players are actually right now making a starport, so that's exactly what I say. You always want to have some air units or anti-air defense at least on this map because of this insanely short distance to the enemy's base. And I still cannot understand why they are not making a wall, and right now I can see that Life is actually moving his factory to the... Wait a second, it's actually Fargo moving his factory towards the enemy base, but it is going to be spotted, no problem, by this single lone Hellion, so Life should be more than enough to be... whatever, he should be able to counter it, I guess. And this Hellion is just running through all the map, checking if there are no expansion on high yield, why this factory is reaching its destination of doom, because it is probably going to be countered very soon. From the other side, why those marines aren't there yet? I mean, they should start attacking this thing right now, unless they want a billion Hellions in this base. Okay, so there we go. Arcanius from Life is going to try and kill some SCVs, but there are 2 Marauders. Wow, those players are really afraid of harassment. I mean, look at how much they are patrolling the Mineral Lines. Oh, sorry, I need to make a drink. A little bit better, though I think I'm going to have a crisis during this replay. But guys, have you ever heard of such a thing as Wallen? Because with this, you would... Oh, there we go, a Banshee actually trying to harass the opponent, but it is not going to be enough to kill all of those Marines. 3 of them are still alive and they're going to chase her off. And with no stealth, she has it now, so she can make a comeback, but she decides to just float away over this Grand Canyon. So, meanwhile, there's a second Banshee from Life, devastating those SCVs. She already killed 5, 6 of them, now 7. Wow, this is a devastation right here. Like, she killed 8 Banshees and a Marine. She is Corporal Banshee, so she screams like a real... Yeah, I shouldn't call her that way, I wanted to. So, she killed 12 SCVs, 13 SCVs. Wow, this is madness. This is Sparta, ladies and gentlemen. She's annihilating all those guys. And now she really should attack the SCVs rather than the missile turret, but it is too late. And she got owned by this Viking that really is not the kind of feminist guy, I guess. And there is a second Banshee doing the exact same thing. 11 kills already, -2 because those were Marines. But still, this is a lot. 13 kills, and now she's running away from those Vikings, even though she is cloaked, but her cloak is going to... Yeah, it is deactivated right now. I must say, I really love the Banshees. They look so cool, and it kind of reminded me of Avatar movie a bit. But I must say, I really did loved those Wraths much more. I mean, they really fitted with cloak much better than those kind of chopper fighters. Because cloak, how can you cloak this thing? I mean, I can understand cloaking a fighter, but this thing? I mean, how hard it is to cloak a woman, especially an attractive woman, and an attractive woman in kind of fighter. It's, I guess, impossible, and she's still somehow cloaked, so that's kind of strange. Even harder it is because she's a Banshee, so she screams a lot, right? So anyway, this barracks is in kind of trouble. I guess that it was trying to do some kind of surprising stuff, but now it is going to try to land. Not the best idea. I mean, this is the only thing it could do, because those Vikings now can destroy it with their assault mode, but I guess they're not going to do so. Whatever. So far both players have suffered a huge amount of harassment, lost a lot of SCVs. A Raven, very nice. No Banshees today, I guess. And it will be able to counter any enemy Vikings because of this point difference drawn. But really, would it hurt that much to make a wall in, at least with 3 supply depots? Guys, wall in. Do it. I mean, you have only 8 units, but how could it hurt to have a wall in? This is indeed a very unordinary replay, but I'm not sure if a good way. Well, it is definitely very surprising, and it has a lot of action, so this is positive. Negative. I want a Wallen right now, right here, by a couple of structures. Yeah, there we go, Wallen. I know you want. No, turn it on. Okay, I guess he's not going to make any sort of Wallen, so that's too bad. We are 12 minutes in. My throat is already burning from the inside, and I have no idea how I'm going to